Hello, man. Detective Sad Fuck on the case. Let's see. Hmm. 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 Guess we go back to the whirling. What? That would be silly. We don't do silly. Is that a bottle? Oh, it's broken. Alright, rocket inside Queequeg. I would advise not to spoil yourselves if you feel up for tanking all the VODs. Fucking electrochemistry. I did. Kim didn't like it, which broke my ass. Well, it hid less of our face, which isn't great. Let's go talk to these asses. Gardener there. Hmm. We're fine. I did apologize, I think. Hey, Gardner.
Let me handle this.
Woman says to the crowd at the mess hall before turning to you.
Detective disorientated. Are you still wondering where you are? This is Martinez, in case you've forgotten. I advise you not
Blair.
to overstay your welcome.
You're the gardener.
No, I'm not a gardener. I'm a legal counselor for the Dockworkers Union.
Crosses her arms.
So let's get to it. You're looking for Titus Hardy. You think he has information that will help you? Maybe he does.
She points to the man to her on her right.
That's Titus. Talk to him. But know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong arming, nothing official. The district of Martinez does not recognize your authority to make arrests.
Well, that's fucking too bad.
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority. We will make an arrest if we have to.
Tell him, Kim. He says nothing. Her glare speaks for her. Could this be the Miss Buford that Easy Leo mentioned? The one that Mr. Everett sent to law school? What's your role in all of this? Like I already told you, I'm a legal counselor. She crosses her arms. Do you have hearing problems? Are you Lizzie, Elizabeth, Miss Buford? I suggest not wasting time on trivial pleasantries and focusing on why you are actually here. Titus Hardy, she points to the tall man at the table. Even though she has excellent control over herself, something moved behind her eyes, in the way she stands, in her face. Caught her off guard, pushed her more. Hardy, not yet. I have another question. No, talk to Titus. What if I want to talk to you, not Titus? What you want is of no significance, officer. Do not test your authority in mayonnaise. You are no one. Now, what are you going to do to me? Lieutenant is not satisfied with the approach. What are we going to do to you? She starts laughing. It's a cold laughter devoid of joy. Hey, things breakthrough. Yun isn't going to do anything to you. It's not a crime syndicate. It's a labor organization. A gruff harumph on the table. Goddamn right it is. If anything, it's the RCM who do things to people. She shakes her head. But we digress. Why are you so aggressive? Aggressive? You make your living enforcing violence. These people are just dock workers. So you're spying on us, and now you represent murder suspect. Just dock workers. Listen, you Molinarian lackey. You're a mob enforcing unlawful privatization of Revachol. 20 fat men in the Ocean are stealing it all, and you're their bodyguards. Fuck yeah, the tall, broad-shouldered man takes a sip of his beer. So ask what you came to ask, or get back to your commanders. Damn it. Yeah, let's do that. Let's get back to the questions. Yeah, first person with opinions I've found in this game. Let's talk to Titus, but first let's have a look what the fuck this is. Wumpty Dumpty Dom Center. Ooh. Encyclopedia passives gives 10 XP and 2 money. Bling bling sucker. I'm gonna put my encyclopedia glasses on then. Look like a fucking idiot. My perception goes down by 4. That's just not bueno. I pond? Probably, but I don't wanna. I'm gonna ass it up the ass way. Yeah, I'm cleaning up the streets. Alright, Titus.
This is where you say your bit.
A broad-shouldered man points at you with a beer can. He and his men carry themselves like giants. You'll need to prove your mettle to be taken seriously.
Detective.
Lieutenant acknowledges you with a sharp note. He's leaving it to you. First, need to talk about your attitude, mate.
Wow. The RCM sent us some big dick cops.
Maybe, I don't know.
Real big dick cops. Look at them, reckless, swinging in the wind. Yeah, look at the big dick on that cop. Can't tell a dick that big what to do. Must be something in the water in Jamrock.
Yeah, gave 'em real nice big dicks.
Yeah. Anyways.
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not going to get better than this.
Nice. Do a head count first. Connect these men to taxis on the yard. Chances are they're going to match. I scan the room. Starting from the right, boot size 44, blonde man in his 30s, overbearingly masculine. Wants the world to know he's a macho man, tobacco chewing and knuckle cracking. Who else do we have here? Sitting on his right, standard working boot, size 45 or 46. Eldest in the room, probably mid-50s, smoker, quiet. Maybe. I think that's more of a tosser jacket though. Actually, at the other, across at the other table, hobnailed working boot, size for 43, gang tattoos, mask or seminarian, in his late 30s, early 40s. And then standard working boot, steel reinforced toes, size 46. The big dick, wide at the shoulder and lean at the hips. Rugby cap, fingerless gloves, and numerous scars, little under 40. Emblem on his vest says rowing club. A little patch below it reads T. Hardy, captain. In the far corner, standing standard working boots, steel reinforced toes, size 44, 40 something, non-alcoholic beverage in hand. You squint. Is that the plectrum? Where? On his neck, forget it, it's not important. And little guy, size 41. With the light step, not a child after all. The older man with a rat face, mean watery eyes and 2 front teeth missing. In the middle, heaving and wheezing, big guy, boot size 46. Deep marks, probably carried the victim over. He alone is 130 kilos. Add the man in armor and you would easily exceed 220. Awful smell, his feet stink from all the way over there, despite having boots on. Conclusion, these are the actors in the crime scene. The footprints were theirs, but there's a discrepancy. One of them is absent, the odd soul. Exactly, the missing lady driver who was running the drug trade. Does it mean that the Hardy boys were involved in the drug trade as well? This would fit what Joyce told us, but I don't want to make any assumptions. Maybe, but hey, you've stood there for about 4 seconds, not saying anything. Now's a good time to hit them with questions. Where's the 8 Hardy? The fuck is with you, fella? Titus is staring at you with his head tilted. The hangman in the backyard. Are we double Fedoritying? Darn it. Goddamn. The hangman in the backyard, did you do it? So you're not just here to swing your dick around, you're here for the pretty boy. A real look at that one. He shakes his head. Stinks like shit too. They love him, boss. Spent all day digging around in there. Can't get enough of that pretty boy smell. Funny, Lieutenant says with a smile. Well, my partner and I have serious matters to discuss with you. What's there a container belt around the dead man's neck? Container belt like we use in the harbour. Yes, why? Because we took it, he says, from the harbour where we work, then went out back and used it to hang him. We did this. He looks you dead in the eye, together, all of us, until he was dead. That's why there's a container built around his neck. There's a catch hidden somewhere. He didn't confess. So that you could just take them all away. It's too simple. But there's a catch. There's no catch. These 7 men were all equally came forth to tell you what happened, so that you don't waste any more of your time. You murdered him just like that, no remorse. How many people have you sent to the chase? Ever felt remorse for them? Or sent them to reunion to rot for 20 years? Or life? He says as if it were worse than dying. Mm-hmm. Don't fit. Just doing my job. Boring cup. Also, you're just a simple, well-meaning man, huh? He spits on the ground before him. Ever been in solitary? Prison is torture, that's what it is. So is hanging a man slowly without breaking his neck, Lieutenant Ryder replies. Who called the shots that night? Are you deaf? There will be no singling anyone out. You can't arrest a Hardy Boy without arresting all Hardy Boys. A shadow of a smoke passes her lip as she tilts her head. Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest them all? Address Titus. No, seriously, who calls the shots around there? Who do you fucking think does? He sounds more than amused than angry. Claire Everett runs the union, you answered him, right? You keep him the fuck out of this, he needs to watch you have autonomy. It's all on us. Everett runs the union, I run the Hardy Boys. When Titus Hardy says he runs the Hardy Boys, the woman adds, he means that in an administrative capacity. On that night, everyone acted as one man. When did the hanging incident occur? Don't have to keep answering his questions. The fixer turns to remind Titus. I know, Lizzie, relax. He takes a sip. We killed him last Sunday night. It seemed like a good way to end the week. How long had you known the victim? Known him? We don't associate with scum like that, asshole. Yeah, who do you think we are? Quiet, Titus gives Glenn a stern look. He came around about 3 weeks ago. When that Pines cow first sailed into town, happy? By Pines cow you mean Joyce Messier, the representative for Wild Pines. Lieutenant pretends to check his notes. The same company you're striking against? No, he stresses, I mean the Pines cow, the stupid ass cow they sent in to fuck us over. But you know what? He rubs his chin, pretending to mull it over. Why don't you ask her about the pretty boy? I'm sure she has interesting things to say when you ask her hard enough. Why did you kill him? That's enough insinuation for today, Titus. He turns to you, officer. Your interview is drawing to an end. Don't waste the last question. Or was that the last question? Why did you kill him? Why? He hisses through his teeth. Because he was a worthless mercenary scum, and he stepped out of line in my town. So he was a mercenary, that's it. And he stepped out of line, he repeats, jaw clamped shut like a vice. What kind of mercenary? Fucking jaw cramp. The kind that shows up when you start a strike. The experienced kind too. Had Elysium and Summoning written all over him. Ex-Oranese Special Forces. A live grenade, the man spread his arm, right here in our bar. I can't prove it, but I know he was sent by the Wild Pines. They hire merc shit like that. Story of every strike from here to Samara. How do you know he was in the Special Forces? Because one night he walked straight up to the mic and said, I'm Oranese goddamn Special Forces, I'm gonna fuck you all. Really? Yeah, really. I had a gin and tonic up there, sang some Oranese paratrooper song, and said he's gonna fuck everyone. We couldn't believe it either, but he fucking did, right there. Points to the stage like some kind of animal, right? What did he actually do wrong? Wrong, he roars. He harassed women, raped one, harassed workers, threatened to kill some of us. As a warning, he wipes spittle from his mouth. There's slight unease in him suddenly. He regrets mentioning the rape. To kill us all if we don't open the gates. If we don't let the scabs in. If we don't bend over, he cracks his knuckles. And that was before he started coming here. Yeah, he said it was his favorite joint now. Started coming here every night, drinking, grabbing girls. Grabbed one of ours. Mid karaoke right there on the stage. He grabbed someone, pretended trying to make sense of this flood of information. Yeah, the girl's on the mic. A beautiful girl, young. Gets into the second verse of Lover Lake. And the fucker grabs her leg, starts screaming. Show me a cunt. Why don't you show me a cunt? Then he gets knocked on the head with a wine bottle. Doesn't even fall down. He shakes his head in disbelief. Okay, was this the same girl who was sexually assaulted, raped, you said? Aren't you fucking listening? The man is talking to you. He took care of it. They got the girl out before anything else could happen. Yeah, me and Eugene got out. Aren't you fucking listening? Repeats like a parrot. Right, who did he rape then? This is a serious allegation. No, there's a moment of silence. You're not getting a name. There's a mayonnaise matter, and I'm not discussing it with you clowns. Despite the stonewalling, you can slip in one more question. I'm going to ask for one last time. Who did the dead man rape? Titus, do not answer. You have been forthcoming enough. Fuck off, cop. He does take the advice. She's gone through enough without you harassing her too. She doesn't need more embarrassment. What are you talking about? Embarrassment? If someone has been sexually assaulted, we need to... What you need to is to get the fuck out of my face. You hear the aluminum crack in his palm as he squeezes a beer can. I've had enough explaining myself to you fucks. He's dead, it's done. One turns to you calmly. As you can see, these men can only take so much baseless scrutiny. Doing my best to keep the situation civil, but what follows is a slow head shake. How did you kill him? We hanged him up by his neck until he got real still. Wasn't that obvious, copper? Didn't they teach you anything at cop school, idiot? The autopsy showed there were no ligature marks. His hands were not tied. Can you explain that? Lieutenant goes in for a leg sweep. Titus does not see it coming. Good man, Kim. He looks even more irritated than before. Look, I'm not gonna play 20 questions with you, Coppo. I'll say it again, we killed him. Yeah, I knocked him out. The two guy speaks up, banging on his chest. Came up behind him and clubbed him in the back of the head. He went down like a sack of sand. That's right, lawman, he spits out through his teeth. And then we hanged the fuck. Come on, composure. Yes. Titus saw us at a rock. And so a few of the others, but... Who saw it? Elaine, who looks like he might be Titus's right-hand man, at least, and the least antsy of the bunch. Definitely not his first time being questioned by the police. Little rat-faced fellow is solid too, always fidgety, yes, but no change there. Him neither. Mostly keeping to his tomato juice or whatever he's got there. Who's cracking under pressure? This one, sweating profusely and has difficulty breathing. They've smartly kept him out of the conversation thus far. Definitely the weakest link in the chain. Hey you, turned to big guy, you having trouble breathing over there? No, he looks up, startled. His forehead shiny from sweat, a few coiled locks are peeking out from under his warm woolen hat. Of course he's having trouble breathing. Look at the fucking fat he is. The man next to the big guy bursts out laughing. Fuck off, Shanky. The big boss steps in. Angus is a powerful guy, all muscle. Keep your eye on the powerful guy. Sooner or later he's going to break like a piece of twig. A piece of twig. Mr. Tats, what did you use to knock the victim out? My fucking elbow, copper. He looks straight in the eyes. Samaran boxing style. What? Where did all this action take place? Right fucking here. He spreads his hands. Eugene told you that the fuck started coming to our bar. Yeah, man, weren't you listening? Something you're not telling me. And fuck you too, copper. Picking on Angus like that. We're done with this schoolyard shit. And just so you know, he doesn't have trouble breathing. This one is a stone wall, you won't get any more out of him. About the night of the murder, not yet. Right, have other questions? How does this bullet in his head factor into this? Huh? The sip of beer makes the surprise go down easier. There's a bullet in the dead man's brain. Lieutenant checks his note. Why was it there if you hanged him? How the fuck do I know? Anyone could have shot him. Target practice maybe. Another sip. He's tight-lipped suddenly. This line of questioning is over. The woman steps in before you can answer. You got the cause of death already. Hanging. If there's any post-mortem trauma, that's your problem. This is not. This will not turn into cross-examination. So what are we going to do now? Nothing, her reply comes sharp. Your investigation here is done. Leave mayonnaise, go back to your stations where you belong. I think we're going to stick around, thanks. Some things don't add up here. Titus, the lieutenant closes his notebook. I've done this job for long enough to know that people don't just confess to first degree murder, even if it's a group responsibility. We're going to look into this. Ugh. Good luck with that. He grabs another beer. You've heard everything a Ventacop is going to hear from us. A real law officials. You're lucky you didn't get a beating. Before us found someone who saw a hanging. A witness? Yeah, a witness. The tall man crosses his arms on his chest. You ain't got shit. The locals will never come to you with this. That's just cop tactics, Titus. When he's next gonna tell you. One of us already rolled on the others. And it's witness protection. Witness isn't local. Titus scratches the back of his head and asks, well, let's hear it then. Who is your Mr. Isfella? He's not alarmed by the sudden appearance of a witness, but he is surprised. Who he is irrelevant. It's like you said, Al. He turns to the man to the left. Copper's coming up with this on the spot. There's no witness. We can't, but we might be able to ask around. Witness said went down very quietly, no shouting, no commotion. It's you assholes that feel the need to go around like a fucking brass band. The Hardy Boys are dead silent. Yeah, it's like they put cowbells on you before they send you on the street, says brokenly. What's with the cowbells, policeman? Witness said that 2 men of Ambadunga sent and 1 Mesk. Ambadunga? He's Transafic boss, I think. He's trying to say me and Theo. Well, yeah, Titus nods. What is confusing you, Eugene? Theo and Elaine were there too. I already told you. We were all there. The witness said it all looked like a surreal play. That means absolutely nothing to me, he says, taking a sip from his can. Sound like some made-up horseshit. It means the whole scene was long and drawn out, like it was from a film. What's this fella's problem? The little guy addresses everyone and no one. We didn't make it more action-packed. It wasn't the first thing on our minds, you see. Shanky, it's Shanky, right? He doesn't wait for an answer. I thought there's something wrong with the lynching story. Now I know there was. You don't know shit. I know you're lying, Shanky, he writes in his notebook. Found a witness. I can keep trying these, I guess. Nah. Oh no. Establish authority. Yes, authority. Furious force raised through your mind. That's all I got. Did you already try the gun thing? Yeah, the gun thing is excellent. Has great results. God damn it, we're gonna fuck this up. You're probably right. The others are just here for filler to make the gun thing pop. Uh-oh. I'm the only thing keeping this town from going to hell and you're not helping. And what exactly And what exactly you've been doing that's so goddamn special? Shitting yourself in front of us, you need to going around harassing kids on the street, kids who've done nothing wrong. Authority, yeah. And all the while talking racist shit. Don't think we aren't watching. People here trust us. We're getting complaints. I haven't said anything racist. Of course you have. You've been calling people kip left and right, inciting race violence in my town. Carly said that you've been trying to set up a race rally, whatever the fuck that means. Trying to get the kips out of Revachol before the economy goes to shit. Oh dear god, we're having another meltdown. That's a lie, there's no race rally. Sure there is. Carly said you've been bulk purchasing confetti, ribbons too, and loudspeakers. He shakes his head. And fireworks? Carly works at a carnival shop, you see? Get the fuck out of here, you racist carny. Titus points at the door. There'll be no race rally in my town. What happened? The lieutenant half whispers. We got absolutely wiped. Let's go before it gets worse. What's going on? Are you a racist now? Is that rally real? Please don't set up any rally. You'll make us look awful. For fuck's sake, authority. There's no rally. Come on, just ask questions. Hey, you just need to put this race rally garbage in the rearview mirror. Fuck's sake. Ugh. Yeah, thanks, Volition. I found 8 sets of footprints, but there are only 7 of you. Where's the 8th Hardy Boy? What are you talking about, madman? There's no 8th Hardy Boy. There's 7 of us, and we're all here. Sizes you up. Or what? You want to be the 8th Hardy Boy. We ain't hiring. He shakes his head. Actually, boss, we've been talking and think maybe she could... so there is an 8th Hardy Boy. It's a Hardy girl. Who might it be? Elizabeth, the gardener? Shut the fuck up, Glenn. He roars. I do the talking here. Now what the fuck do you want, cop? So let me get this straight. There is an 8th Hardy Boy and it's a she. And you don't think, and you don't like us talking about her. That's right, I'm not talking about this. We're not talking about this. This is a private Hardy Boys matter. Nothing to do with your shit. And he points to Kim. You're not cops here. Don't go digging around. If you don't want a bullet at the back of your head, I'm watching you. Good, we're all watching each other. Lieutenant, adjust the spectacles, officer. Your question? Nah. We try again. There's no point in pushing it further, he thinks. This is already a victory. We'll learn about this 8th Hardy Boy sooner or later. Come on, authority! Oh, you fool. This time it's going to work. We rolled a 1 on one of them. You already ruled out the first bad option. That didn't. First, tell me someone's been raped, and now you don't say who. That's bullshit, stomp feet. Right, Barrel? Stop shitting your pants. You don't need to know, alright? We took care of it. The law handled it, alright? Yeah, aren't you listening? It's done. Finito. You're not the law. I'm the law. I'm the law. For God's sake, stop shouting, the man behind the counter shouts. Stop breaking things in my establishment. Stop provoking these oafs. They're not going to give you anything, can't you see? Can't have a police interrogation in here. People are trying to eat. Shut up, banan man. I can tell your stupid hairy head off, God. Doesn't concern you, cafeteria manager. Of course it concerns me. If it makes... if you make this kind of easy babes, what is this? Titus spreads his arms, smiling gently. Can't have a slap fight in my bar. It's embarrassing. We are deep into fast territory, the lieutenant whispers to you. Taking a step closer to the door. We need to cool off and re-engage later. Everyone can see you picked some wrong options. Next time, you can come with a better things to say. God damn it, authority. I'm ready though. I'm ready to go again.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Still haven't explained the bullet, goddamn. Still about the bullet, puts his pass back of head. The bullet in the hangman's head. You're right, Copper. That is mighty curious. Indeed, mighty. How did it get there, Lieutenant? Is fixed on Titus. He gives you an indulgent look. Well, there are so many bullets in the world, and so many heads. He sighs deeply. I guess it's only logical. At some point, one of the bullets had to end up in one of them heads. It's bound to happen again, you know. He taps his right temple, statistically speaking, of course. Yes, again. Why was this? Show him the bullet in the victim's head. Wow, little man leans into Inspector Leaden Blossom. Real evidence bag and all. Why did you go home and log it into evidence? These men were told what happened. Have told you what happened. I think the hanging was a cover-up for a shooting, goddamn. You know what I think? Here's his finger. I know he was shot in the head as a kid. And the brain grew around the bullet. Around the bullet, man. Then pinches the root of his nose. That's a good one. Do you guys shoot him? Shit, he throws his head back. I probably did shoot him. I was drunk last night. You guys know when I'm drunk. Yeah, Jen likes to shoot his guns when he's drunk. The little guy looks you in the eye. Better hope he stays sober. No, he meant before he was hanged. Did you shoot him before you hanged him? Yeah, this man needs to say it, not spray it. Before, after, during, spread arms. This is getting ridiculous. I told you what happened. Stop wasting all your time. Never been worried in my life, lawman. Crosses his hairy arms, having forgotten his beard for a moment. Aha! It's not like you blew it wide open. There's a little crack in there somewhere. There we go. Yes. As you look around a room full of sweaty men swearing, drinking, spitting out tobacco. Does this look familiar? Where have we seen this before? Jesus Christ be praised. I believe this was called Precinct 41. It was also filled with almost exclusively men. Sitting on desk, talking shit and wasting time. I get it, Titus. You guys really are the authority around here. Huh? You must be. You're just like real cops drinking beer and sitting around with your dicks in your hands. You saying you got a problem with beer now? Not quite there yet. Push on. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, I got drunk, so drunk I drove my car in the sea. I don't give a shit either, just like you guys. Right, Loretta? Speak to yourself, buddy. He puts the beer down. We've been giving shit for 10 years. Mayonnaise was a dump before we put this outfit together. They don't know, man. They weren't here. He turns to you. We had 3 shootings a week. Kids dead. Fucking graffito everywhere. You cops haven't shown up since the 30s. Congratulations on the graffito removal, he turns to Titus. All I can see is you sitting around here talking about Monica's titties while there's a rape victim. So what? What do you want from me? We took care of that fuck. He picks his beer back up. How much body is... Fuck. Someone's been raped. She needs counseling. We need to talk to her. Titus, he looks at her. He stops mid-sentence. That's it. You got him. He's going to give it up, but on his terms. You gonna talk to her, cop? Fine. I'm gonna let you talk to her, but you treat her with respect. If you don't, if you question her, harass her, Titus taps his chin with his fist. Freight train of pain, buddy. Lieutenant takes out his notes. What is her name? Ding ding. Kalishi Amaduno. She's staying with the whirling in rags. Pretty one. Oh, it's the lady we talked to outside the thingy. Let's get some more encyclopedia so we can milk that fucker. I think. Mm-hmm. Uh-oh. Shit, the girl upstairs. That can't be her. She knows you drank so hard you forgot you were a cop. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, come on. Oh thank God. You inexplicably add cool after the victim's name, but no one notices. Your spine is too damn straight. None of these people would ever suspect you've met her. What's her relationship with the mercenary? Relationship? There was no fucking relationship. He raped her. That was their relationship. It's like that karaoke incident all over again. Or like some of the other girls he was harassing. Enough. And all of this is irrelevant to your stated investigation. When did the rape happen? He did it before we killed him. He's not gonna do it again. Of course, this is half empty beer can, so what does it matter? It would help if we established a timeline. Alright, 2 weeks maybe? I don't know. I need another beer. He turns to Glenn. Here you go, boss. The tall blonde throws him a can. Titus cracked this open. What is your relationship with her? I know her. He looks around the room, and a common silence fills it. Alright. How well do you know her? A small twitch at the corner of Kim's mouth. He has a hunch about what knowing means. Well enough, copper. We partied. She's been here for a few months. He crosses his arms. Tries to make it sound real casual, but the muscles on his neck tighten. He's not from around here. You mean Revachel? Nah, she's been an immigrant. Or drifter of some sort. Been staying here over the winter. And don't you give her any more trouble, the fat guy blurts out. She's just had some bad luck, that's all. Shut up, Angie. Slaps his forehead. She doesn't need your help. Titus gives them both a look, then falls silent. You said you partied, what do you mean? What do you think I mean? Sex? Yeah, pretty much. So you've been saying the two of you were close? No, we just fucked, that's all. He states matter-of-factly. I'm not going to give you any details if that's what you're after, so put your dick away. I think I know her. Do not know her. Say nothing. Good boy. Right. Speak to your victim. Guess what? I've connected you to local drug trade. Like hell you have, he leans back unruffled. There's no local drug trade, this place is clean. So rifle, go back to Jamrock and ask the local junkies how clean your streets are in Precinct 41 kilos. We'll do that. In the meantime, he points south. Did you know that there's an abandoned lorry at the intersection that was used to move raw ingredients for drugs from Terminal B to Jamrock? The person driving it was present at the hanging. It was one of you. We've connected the footprints. He taps his notebook. And turns to you, detective. Do you want to deliver the coupe to Gracie? The thought forms in your head like a lightning strike, branching from the sky. Yeah, do the honor, Kim. Thank you, he turns to face the man. You're right, Titus, there's no local drug trade. Because it's all controlled by you. You're the drug trade. It's a mighty interesting theory, he rubs his jaw, smiling. I guess that's what you would need to do. Theoretically, a big, strong, state-run monopoly would outcompete the runt on the street. Yeah, man, theoretically, that's what you would do. To get rid of the gangs, the dealers, even some of the junkies. You would need good, trustworthy people to take their place, of course. Hardy men. Yes. To run such a monopoly, he grins, for the good of the community, of course. I'm disgusting you admitting to profiting off poisoning your own people. Boo fucking who, people will always be taking drugs. Might as well do it clean and organized. Yeah, and that's what the labor movement is all about, clean and organized. And the Hardy Boys are running it. Theoretically, of course. We're just talking politics here. My answer to your drug accusation is how dare you? Go fuck yourself. Not quite yet, Mr. Hardy. There were 8 sets of prints on the crime scene. We are only 7 Hardy boys here. The 8th Hardy, the one that's missing, she runs the thing, right? The answer is fuck off. He takes a step closer. Mind your own business. There's no 8th Hardy. I run the goddamn scene. And here we go again. Back to usual woman's size. I know. The little man raises his index finger excitedly. Fatty walked on all fours. He's a fucking fat. He left 2 sets of footprints. Despite everything, the little man is quick on his feet. Go fuck your mum, Dennis. Fucking Dennis. That's how you like it, boys. He turns to you. You heard him. Yours Angus on all fours. Anything else you need to know? I talked to Joyce. The Merc you hanged. His friends are coming for you. Yeah, he doesn't seem worried. By friends, you mean his squad mates from Crenodal. Wouldn't want to beat up his grandma. They're snickering in the room. Some of the men put their beers down. Yeah, they're forming some kind of tribunal and they're coming for you. This is what happens if you take your law in your own hands. Other people start doing it too. Let them come. Blondie yells across the cafeteria. The Hardy boys are right fucking here. You heard the man? Right here. He points to the ground. We're armed and we got the whole district behind us. Glenn is fucking crazy. Right. Yeah, well-oiled murder machine. He punches Blondie on the shoulder. This Krenwell is bad news, you know that, right? Piff, a spray of beer. So were the local gangs, the fucking balmy army. And the Maidra scum. You've been out there, seen any around? Yeah. Where are they now? He points south. Sent back to Madra, an airtight cargo crate. These people are trained military professionals, special forces. You said they're not a gang or balmy army? No, they're not. They're uncoordinated and drunk. We know more about them than you think. The mercenaries are with automatic weapons. We'll get weapons of our own. Cracks open his vest. And a glimpse of his holster. It's got an Ister 50S Siglos. Glenn's got a knock cannon at home. Will they pierce ceramic armor? I guess we're gonna see, aren't we? See what? That they don't? Yeah, like you've been up against ceramic armor. Takes a sip of beer to bide his time. And tries to get the last one in. I haven't even seen the whole suit, right? I've seen the whole fucking thing. And it didn't make him immortal. Joyce said they've gone rogue. Nobody's controlling them. Big fucking surprise, he mutters. They hire psycho scum, arm them to the teeth, and let them loose in the city. What do you think's gonna happen? Okay. Shrug. What do you mean, okay? He jerks a bit forward. I mean, okay, they're gonna wipe you the fuck out, Titus. No, they won't. He shakes his beard. You get the hell out of here with your negative energy. All that he means is the situation is serious. No wonder you cops get shot to shit every day. You can't go to war with an attitude like that. Yeah. Well. That's that sorted. What a bunch of assholes. They can noodle the window. Behind the dock was a ceiling height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass with like bony fingers. You see 2, maybe 3 bushes grown into a single thicket. Squint. There's a little slide panel up there. That's a man. No need to open it in spring. Still too cold outside. Yeah, the gun pointing shit would probably have been shit. I wonder if we would have murdered them all if we were a man. There's a yellow ribbon tied to one of the branches. Light yellow, faded with time. There's a tiny splash of colour in the blackness of the thicket hanging from it. A bronze key. Close enough to the latch up there. One can slide it open and take it. Serious, surely surely not a coincidence. Someone hid a key in a bush. Point to key. Huh? The big guy looks behind him. Need you guys to hand me the key. And I need the fatty to get his feet amputated because the smell is killing me. He can't always get what we want. Goddamn, Dennis. No, I can't help it. His whiny voice is a deep contrast with his stature. Sorry, fucko. These guys won't help you. Looks like you're gonna have to go bush diving. The hawthorn's got a bitch of a bite. Gonna enjoy the sight of you in the bushes out there. Well, Loudford, the old man stands up, pushes the window open, grabs the key from the hawthorn bush and slides across the table. Take the key. Key's brass, workshop, spare, etched in the bow. The old man closes the window and sits back down in silence. Come on, man, you're just going to have some fun. Where's the harm in? I'm tired of listening to your shit. Good man for you. Thank you. Don't thank me, the old man takes his pack of chewing tobacco. Don't get too shits about your key. Did anyone know why this key was hanging right outside the Union box window? A fine man for you. Didn't even know it was there. The man looks at the key in your hand. Then around the room. Boys? No idea. Never even seen it. Someone must have hidden it there before this room became our place. Look at. I wonder what door it opens. Could open the door in the kitchen. The blue door. Looks the key in your hand. It says workshop spares. Maybe there's a workshop in there. Oh yeah. Maybe there's bottles in there. Yes, the key fits the dimple lock. It takes a bit of effort to turn it after all these years, but then the lock clicks. The darkness before you smells like onion grease and cut wood. Oh yeah. Pinball says Frankenister Negron. Goddamn. NB's spare key is tied to a bush outside the corner. Thank you. Pinball is a white there, black glass thingy. All these mesmerizing machines. Just waiting to be plugged back in and be played. Run your finger across the dust of the white Denodora machine. Feels like it might jump back to life any moment. The light illuminating the white robed woman. What is a white Denora? Some kind of, he looks around thinking, inane pinball theme? Probably related to Messier during the DeLorean age. The history themes are the worst. Lieutenant Grimaces looking at the machines. How about we fire one of these bad boys up and play some pinball? You can't fire them up, they're broken. Only that one machine in the main hall works. The royalist pinball, he looks away. Damn it, Encyclopedia. Sounds like you don't enjoy pinball, Kim. No, I love it. I love pinball. Who doesn't love pinball? Let's move on. Kim Pinball Kitsurugi. Kim? What? Are you Kim Pinball Kitsurugi? AKA Kimball? Exactly. That was... Wait, hold on. We didn't get the money. We seem to have gotten the XP. Not the... What? You're Kim Pinball Kitsurugi. It was XP and money. And 2 real. Yeah, that's a bug. Hold on, let me report. Infuriatingly, they don't release patch notes. So... I have no idea. Well, I've been keeping an eye on our XP and money, and the XP seems to have gone up, but not the money. Yeah, I think so. You're Kim Pinball Kitsurugani. So now he remembers. He looks at you in the silence of the workshop, then takes his glasses off and cleans them. Fine, I'm Kim Pinball Kitsurugi. He puts them back on, aka the Kimball. You remembered, congratulations. Wait. But I still can't remember anything else. Wonderful, he only remembers hearing about the pinball policeman. You don't really seem to like pinball. No human being should. It is a game that requires no skill and a childlike affinity for flashing lights. And no fantastique science fiction. And to fantasy and historic romance franchises, it is lame. And why are you called pinball? I'm not called pinball. It was used to taunt me a long time ago. Before I became a homicide detective, I got my lieutenancy. How did you... he puts the glasses back on. Fine. I was a juvenile police officer for over 15 years. That's how I started out in the RCM. Once I had to infiltrate the pinball ring. A pinball ring, as you know, when you're a juvenile cop. Lame. Unbelievably, he nods. To do that... to do that, I needed to become a pinball champion, and I trained for 9 months. The job was successful, and I moved out of the juvenile wing to homicide. End of story. So you're a juvie cop for 15 years? That time is over now. He looks at the pinball machine and breathes in. I was already a 38-year-old man. It was unbecoming, as was playing pinball. So that's why you didn't talk to Kuno. It's best if you handle the juvenile delinquents, he nods. Oh, Kim. I'm gonna call you Kimball now. Don't worry, I'll keep calling you Kim. Seneca Suga is good too, he nods. Now, really need to continue our sweep of what appears to be a secret path through the whirling. Sorry, Kim. I'm not gonna be a twat. Ooh, a box. Bling, bling, sucker. Bling, bling, sucker. All neatly wrapped up for me. A small elevator is dimly lit by a bulb. The boxes are important. It's been glowing for ages. The lattice cage is open, inviting you to step inside. Oogle. Good man, Cybert. Smells of nougat and sweat. Your head brushes up against the ceiling. There's a control panel to the right. You just enough room for 2 people to fit in. The maintenance card under the control panel reads last maintenance 88. Damn. Look at the elevator controls. There's a large rectangular button, Monter Disgrandi, and an international call for emergency assistance. The third one appears to be broken. It says it was last maintained. The last maintenance was in 88. Oh, right, yes, of course. I guess they might have heard it. From the back room. That it does, Lieutenant Peakson. I say, let's brave it. Oh, Kim, you fucking daredevil. Are you sure you don't want the piss faggot shirt? We can do it. Go undercover. This elevator was last maintenance in the future? No, it's a long time ago. At the end of the last century, he nods. Look at the bright side of it. If it fails, we will only sustain minor injuries. I'm talking 3, maybe 4 months in the hospital, maximum 5. Wonder what this elevator was used for. Goddamn, Kim. It seems like a small freight elevator for transporting machinery. For that, it's pretty quaint. He taps on the guttering light bulb. It's golden in the dark. Aw. Alright, Kukshunin. I don't know. I don't think so. I can give you a theory as to why I think it's like that, but without getting into spoilers if you want that. But I'm no expert. Small windows taped shut with black plastic. You can't see outside. well lit up here for... Okay, so you have this thing called Copper type. Superstar Cop, Apocalypse Cop, Sorry Cop, and Boring Cop. All of these, I think you can multi-class too. I'm Sorry and Boring Cop. And I think the game wants you to make enough decisions to try and figure out what kind of cop you are. And once you get to that point, you get rid of the expression, and switches with the sort of cop you are. So we're Sorry and Boring Cop, so we ended up looking like this. So I think it's put in place to make sure some time has passed before you get your real portrait, so the game has a chance to get a sense of who you are. But I think you can get rid of it, yes. But as the story goes on, a lot of stuff happens that makes the check easier. So I think it's like getting the corpse down or not throwing up. It's one of those things that are sort of like, this is a big man check that's hard to do. You really need to do other stuff before trying this. The game's sort of way of saying that. I don't know if that's how it works though. So yeah. I haven't looked into much. I don't want the spoilers, so. But I suspect it's like that. I think it's the same with your name as well. The game wants to see what you gravitate towards. Empathy and hand-eye coordination. Nice. Pinball maker's coat. Do you want this, Kim? Pinball machine seems to be taken apart and gutted. This is where they brought faulty pinball machines to fix them up a long time ago. Oh! Everything is covered with dust now. The lieutenant looks in the crowded, dusty, crowded room, inspecting the tools on the shelf. Yeah. I think Apocalyptic Cop, sadly. I thought it was some sort of Mad Max Judge Dredd type asshole, but I actually think it's sort of more of a doomsayer. Looked like they gave up on fixing pinball machines at some point. He agrees at some point 20 years ago, 15 maybe, before pinball went out of rouge. This used to be a pinball workshop. Looks like it. I'm guessing Mayonnaise North 22 used to be a pinball arcade before it became a hostel. The machines left over. He taps his foot. A creak. Some dust falls off his shelf. Fuck the World Cup. Aye. Downstairs in the hall, next to the main door, one of them even works. I've seen one of the Hardy Boys bang away at it. Remember the dice maker then? That means Whirling in Rags was once the East Delta Pinball Arcade. This is all that's left over from that. Ah yes, a novelty as the novelty dice maker said. He makes a note in his notebook. This has absolutely nothing to do with the case, I'm sure. But I do like a little connection. Good man, Kim. But then he went bankrupt. Your skin crawls for making the connection. Ooh. Could be that it means that the Whirling Rags really is part of the doomed commercial district. If that's true, then our cafeteria manager is not going to like it. He looks around. We should tell him we found up here, omitting that suspicion. The doomed hostel. Very fine. Finished thought. Yubby. Yeah, you'd think so. Probably means that there's been someone here. Well, back then bowls weren't made to ask. You clearly see footprints in the downy carpet of dust covering the worktop floor. Jackpot, Lieutenant takes out his notebook. These, unlike everything else here, are new. Someone's been here within the last week or two? Man manages to mute in time for sneeze. No, I managed to mute it. 3 weeks maximum for the dust coverage. It could easily have been 1 week too. You know, officer, he looks at you. Uh-oh. This is so good, it makes him forget the whole Kimball memory. This is not bad at all. It was a good idea to see where that door leads. Commendable work bringing us to this place. Oh, Tyver! I thought he was going to suggest that it was us up here. I want more encyclopedia, please. I think that could be a big XP farm if you did that early. Okay, what does this mean? It means someone snuck through that seems to be a secret route behind the victim's room. Oh? In the recent weeks, this may prove to be significant. Let's have a closer look then. Oogly. Well, it's trying to. We're not getting the money, sadly. And our encyclopedia's in the bin for various bullshit. Large prints, most likely made by Boots. The size is hard to determine. Soul could be bigger than Vamp. Souls have left a pattern, uniform, horizontal lines. One person has been here, they've gone back and forth. The tips point both ways. Shoe size 41, 42, maybe 33. Could be a large-footed woman or a small to average-footed man. Oh, so sniffly. This is unfortunately the worst, most vague shoe size there is. Prints look like one person went back and forth. Between that, he points to the elevator around the corner, and that he points to the barred door. Shut up, Electro Soul Chemical Cube. Also, hello. Yeah, this prints look like the odd shapes print we found at the hanging. He inspects the track closer. The size looks about the same, actually. They're not the same shoe, but they could be the same person. Also, we had something profoundly fucking sad happen yesterday. God damn. In this. It was actually kind of depressing. I think Pond and Manfly were there for it. In the morning, god damn. Smother myself in some coal and howl like a fucking barbarian. Good man, Bin. Well, if you want that, I think we're sort of getting near the murder mystery, so man might want to excuse himself if he doesn't want spoilers. Yeah, stuff is starting to come together. Enjoy, please. Yeah, it doesn't look like the workers' boots from the hanging, does it? No, these are little horizontal lines are different. They look custom made to me, with some kind of foreign print. Hard to say. Still a boot though. It's a good, man. I mean, as much as I appreciate men being here, if you're gonna play this yourself, by all means, fuck off. Don't spoil yourself. This really is good. Let's move on then. Oh, fucking body. There's a tiny hole in the wall. You see a bedroom on the other side. So what's on the other side? As we veered off into the folded M dimension, I'm expecting to step out on the roof. We could ask Miss Khaleesi about this road. See how he's react on bar door. Nope. Smell cigarette smoke in the air. Astra menthol. I'm gonna ask around before doing everything. Coffee and ashtray looks like a hedgehog. Hog of the hedge. Handful of dried white wildflowers. Oh, nice. Shit. Wooshoo! Catch a single white flower between your fingers. The rest fly off into the wind. It's a Maybell. Young woman looks at the bell in your hand, just a glance, and then it takes a drag of her cigarette. A lieutenant gets you an acknowledging little nod. No finger pistols. Probably for the best. Your 9mm semi-automatic finger pistols are not a toy to be waved around. Thank you, hand-eye coordination. I'm a lethal weapon. I should go play the music as well. Might help you remember shit. We need to prepare for this, I think. Bed has been hastily made. The cop comes out, grabs some flowers and leaves into woman's apartment. This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk lamp reflects off the glass in an untarnished glass halo. Run your fingers across it. Smooth as ice. There are spots of mud and rain on the outside, even smudges, but the surface on the window is clear from the inside. No chips, no hairline fractures. Following your lead, the lieutenant leads in closer. Inspect the surface. This window has been recently replaced. Looks like it, yes. Adjust glasses. Poor Kim and his glasses. Kim is a very fine man. Hotel bill calculations. Looks like she'd had an extended stay. Oh yeah. Piles of dirty clothes. A woman's. Dirty. See the yard below. The corpse is no longer there. Medicine cabinet is full of wares. Sheets of pills haphazardly stacked on top of each other. There's toothbrush somewhere in there. Look at toothbrush. Man, it's a cop cleaning up the streets. It's been used quite a lot. But if not for scrubbing blood off tiles or anything else interesting, it seems. It's clean of chemical odors too, just some dried toothpaste on the handle. Look at medications. Pharmaceuticals line the shelves. Cheetah bond sheets and pill bottle next to pill bottle. Acid, PHP, eye drops, blood thinners. It's quite a collection in here. Anything of note? He asks in a lowered voice. Search the bottles. Pill bottle rattles like bones as you search the cabinet. Paracetamol, hemodonadol, something in a foreign language you can't read. Behind them, an unusually shaped nasal spray. The label reads Narca. Narca? Yeah, nothing. This is used to treat opioid overdoses. Always handy to have around. Narca, handy to have opioid antagonist. Interesting. That's used to diamorphine overdoses. Lieutenant nods, then looks at the door. You could say he's on the lookout. Nice. Aye. So it's pill sheets. Oh, electrochemistry. Chemical hangover? Among some foreign, probably Messian. What do you find? Hold on. Damn it. But I had other electrochemistry wearables. Fucking. Sorry, Kim, that you had to witness that. Sweaty hands. A bright orange bottle. Orange bottle with peptide stamped in the sunny, happy letters. Jackpot, baby, that's the stuff you were looking for. Your palms begin to sweat just looking at the little plastic container. What's so exciting about this orange bottle? It's speed, man. Just what you were looking for. Call it thingy. And talk about thingy disorders. What we're seeing here is somewhat scientifically advanced trucker speed. Lieutenant, I also see a brand called peptinide. Peptinide, euphemism for pharmaceutical amphetamine, prescription speed. The fuck are you waiting for? Let's get super fucking prepped. We take it in plain sight. It's illegal. Lieutenant looks towards the door as if he didn't see your pill for the sweet peptide. He did though, he totally did. And now he thinks less of you. You should have kept it sub rosa. Damn it, who cares, man? I was confiscating it. Oh, god damn it. Yeah, it makes me sad. I was hoping taking it in plain sight would just be confiscating it, not actually drugging it up. Damn it. Let's go tell man about shit. Oh, woman's hand wrote yesterday's menu. Today starts man handwriting. Oh, thanks, I guess.
Help you.
The encyclopedia. God, I found a new bird for the whirling. Found, I stole. What's this thing? The man takes the stuffed bird. It's no biggie, I just thought it would look nice on the wall. I'm that kind of cop. What? The interior decorating kind. He inspects the bird somewhat suspiciously, then mellows. You know, I'm sorry. This is actually a nice bird. A competent piece of taxidermy. I can fix it to the plaque and have a new bird in the establishment, I guess. He hesitates, so I don't know. Thank you? Gonna go with thank you. I feel good about our work here today, Lieutenant nods. It's about the little things, like bringing people random stuffed animals. So another thing at the whirling. What if I told you the back room? I told you I got into the back room behind the door. Oh, well, okay. Well, he controls his excitement well. I did hear you make a noise back there, so good for you. He's really holding himself back here. Takes a lot of willpower not to ask. Obviously, he's been waiting to know what's behind the door. Teehee. Are you gonna ask what's back there? Okay, what is back there? Pinball machines. A pinball workshop. Ha, I knew it. I always wondered what those machines by the door came from. And they told me there was some kind of pinball thing here too. I knew it, he repeats. Were there any back there? In working order, I mean? Didn't check, pinball, stupid. I didn't check, pinball isn't relevant to the investigation, sorry. I was just wondering. He appears to make the calculation in his head. If you found the pinball machines there. I feel a capitalist plot coming up. Think I turned this back into a pinball arcade. He scowls. No, but we could diversify the entertainment options. Seeing as you've opened the door back there, the machine we have in the corner now is broken. It wouldn't hurt to get a little life in here, other than the Hellish karaoke machine. That one's always causing trouble. You should still know you have to be forewarned about these things. No, we're not gonna. There's a peephole in the wall. He startles the wall upstairs in the secret room right next to Khaleesi's bedroom. I found it when I found the pinball machines. I'll have it fixed at once, thank you for letting me know. I see the Welling does not abide spying on his guest. The color drained from his face. Alright, you've been notified. Thank you, I'll patch it up personally. Was there something you needed about the establishment? I hope not. It's fine. Let's see if this is peephole guy. No one behind the door, mate. Nothing more from him, as I say. We need more conceptualization before we can ask around. I don't think the elevator goes down. I think it just goes up. At least he didn't give us the option. I mean, it needs to go down from up, otherwise it wouldn't be much of an elevator, or it would elevate once, I guess. Man, I want to know what's in this thing down here. Oh yeah, we need to listen to the bullshit, didn't we? Oh, we can stained glass window encyclopedia some more. Maybe we didn't know the thingies for it. I didn't have the ass skill. One more encyclopedia and it's maxed out. I think we can actually get rid of one of the caps, one of the forts then when we max that out. One of the ones that ass up. All learning caps are basically free. I like this one. Can probably bin this one, I don't know. Yeah, the other things we might actually want to cap there, and 1 point to get rid of it can also be the one point to get rid of something else. So unless we have something we really want to learn. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering, if the total cap lowers the whole thing. If I lower the total cap, but I've already learned above the cap, if it stays, it should. I mean, it only makes sense. Let's go talk to Joyce. I think you could have gotten a lot of levels from my encyclopediaing. Yeah. It's one of the things we might load to test when the time comes, which is in 2 levels maybe.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Mm-hmm. Nah. Well, the thing is, we have all these encyclopedia checks that are being passing passively around. Also, man down at the harbor place has another story. Find well, shedding petals quickly in your pocket. Interact. 6 crumbling petals rest in your palm. They're white, bell-shaped crown. What is this, Kim? This is an incendiary lily. Lieutenant corrects his glasses, called Maybelle's or Lucille's tears. During the revolution, girls used to pin these on soldiers before sending them off to battle. This flower is a spring flower, but it's a bit early for that, isn't it? Did that give us XP? Let's see, 41 right now. Who pinned them? Which side? The revolutionaries on the communards and the anti-asses. Well, while the white's their color, but the custom started in the Salvation Army, so it held meaning for the Kingsmen too. It's about girls and boys more than sides. Girls sending off boys who are going to their deaths. Then also dying themselves in the ruins. From dysentery and consumption. It's a symbol of civil war. Does this flower blossom in early spring? Yes, but not this early, to my knowledge. He observed the petals. It looks dried, preserved. Is it a coincidence, it being on the roof? Maybe, maybe not. Makes a note in the little book. We'll see. For you. Wait, you've noticed there's a war veteran playing a ball game on the plaza. You should ask him about the flowers. I don't think she will. That's a compliment. Buell, yeah. Alright, time to talk to this loud ass.
The purity of snow always reminds me of the purity of a man's soul. If he's got principles.
Do you know shit about this thing? He glances at the flowers. I didn't frowns. I prefer the old name. Insinuant and Lily. Girls brought them to young cadets when they entered the service. Wearing them on your cap is supposed to bring good luck. Hold on, is this a royalist military tradition? It used to be, he says with a sigh. But the communards were fond of them too, called them revolutionary flowers, bells of revolution. Did they bring you good luck? You know what? He falls silent and the emerging smile withdraws. No, they brought me misery, false hope and disappointment. The revolutionaries sullied them. But it wasn't the revolutionaries that sullied the idea for you, was it? He looks at the old man, at the old soldier gently. She gave them to me too, and your jealous little heart just couldn't accept it. She, the woman from the picture, Jean Marie again. 66. Enough, he cuts in sharply. I can go over matters in detail with you, guess Gaston, but not while we have company, so officers. Maybelle's don't blossom yet, do they? Lieutenant quickly asks. Maybe in some remote part of the city they do the old carabiner rugs, but I think you have to wait for at least a month.
It is such a pleasure to see you again, officer. How may I aid the citizens, Militia, on this fine day?
I ask about the onion again. You don't know shit. Jean Marie, don't know shit. I'm not gonna ask for an old man sandwich. Not that kind of asshole. Fucking Buell. Do I want these sneakers? Less encyclopedia, god damn. Yeah, I need to rummage through this for bullshit.
The shine on those sunglasses lasts a lifetime, officer. 100% guaranteed.
But I need to, yeah, I need more conceptualization. And art is not really something we raise, is it? Back to the church. Maybe we can talk shit at the guy over here. That's what I can see. Let's fucking logic it up, boys. No, encyclopedia, I mean. I never remember what we have. I think that's about it. I'm ready to fucking encyclopedia, mates. So church and man and lady. Yeah, man and kid. Oh. An unsuccessful model. Did that give us money? Or we were at 61. That didn't. So that's not a passive check. Right, so we're at 76 XP right now. Let's see if we can out encyclopedia this asshole. I'm fucking ready. We've seen that. Oh, here he comes.
Hello again.
I'm talking about the Feld building, mate. Buckle up. No money? No, it's because this one we've done already. Alright, church now. I hope I went the right way. I rarely remember an 8. Aw. Feel more bad for the locust. We'll let Gary make off without assing what I assume was a bit of the ceramic armor. To which I say ass. Lord Simona. L odds E of Emona. Lord Simona. that a bum cloth? Maybe. Fucking ready. Yes. Despite the damage done to yourself. Nope. The title appears large in your hippocampus. This is her innocence, the lower state, the innocence for humanism, interfinganism, the welfare state, perhaps the most famous human being to ever have lived. No amount of Commodore Red can wipe her sad smell from your brain thing. It survived the deluge that haunt you still. It will haunt you forever. It haunts all mates. What exactly is an innocence? I've heard of the system. The highest category of historic individual, embodiment of the world spirit, a ruler. More, an innocence is elected to office by the founding party. President that has taken a mere 6 times in the entirety of history. Legal system of the real belt is built to accommodate in the centric rule. It should coincide with our time. An innocence is infallible. The decisions made by one are not decisions. They're inevitabilities. That would have happened anyway, only accelerated, packed into decades instead of centuries. An innocence is a continuous compressed event, a sacred human being. It is an honor and a glory to live when one is in office. Is one in office now? No. We are alone. Right? When did he rule? 300 years ago, in the wake of the discovery of this isola, Insinuant by explorers from the Thingy Mundi, she is, among other things, the innocence of intersolar travel and the connected world. What else would I know about her? Many things. You know, she was a woman of the court, a wife of an influential Marchest, and eventually the principal advisor to Irene the Navigator. Queen of Cerny's modern Sir Lechef. Also that she was gorgeous beyond beauty. Okay, what else? Was she smart? Terribly. Women of court were expected to play both contract, bridge and chess sufficiently well to prove an interesting challenge to a man. A similar grasp in matters of philosophy, theology and science was encouraged. She was, by all means, a kept woman. She made the most of her position, and in the Thingy court, a court visited by the most prominent thinkers and artists of the day, in secret she was becoming an era preeminent philosopher of the state, a scalpel, a piercing gaze. She was an almost preternaturally majestic and intelligent individual. To her contemporaries, she appeared out of time, a messenger from the future of all species. We all fell in love with her, head over heels, even before she was declared an innocence, and her influence was tremendous. How come? It was on her advice that Irene the Navigator sponsored a number of voyages into the Pale, a costly, often tragic endeavor, ultimately vindicated by the discovery of a new world, the piece of reality you're standing on. He was crowned 2 years after the first expedition returned, setting in motion what is widely considered the greatest era in history, the Dolores Thingy. I don't care. Okay, when her innocence was declared, and the Queen had advised for years, 15 years, doesn't give a shit. I don't care. Okay, goes on. Encyclopedia. She was so overcome with emotion that her lungs started glowing in her chest. That's not healthy. And bystanders reported golden filaments lighting that had already sunlit chambers around her, clearly visible beneath her dress. I repeat, her lungs started glowing. Do you care now? I want more. As did we all. The land of Mesk and Thingy were even far away Supermundi, although 21 of the 40 monarchical nations of the time immediately accepted Innocentic rule, even before her crowning. In a city called Aspilabemskilblum in West Pomeranian, her homeland, the name of the city even means evening comes. But it happened on a winter's morning, with the frozen canals frozen and slush falling out of the sky. She was dressed in white and pearls and presses on empty out plazas. On an empty out plaza with the crown far away, already her farriers, the secret servicemen of innocence, were worried about an assassination. I don't care how so she looked. I don't care. It doesn't hurt me. Oh, she was insultingly beautiful. She was humanity's young mother, perfect mother. It was as if her face and shoulders and hands had been covered in soft down of underfeatures, of underfeathers. You know this well, very well. Midwinter snow was beating the cobblestones around her. A small attaché of officers stood by her farriers. The fuck. Stupid sneeze. Yeah, might have gone too big on the no. Currently witnessed mostly by a Secret Service. And then what? One of the men in the Secret Service killed her. 22 years later, a young man who had come to suspect Dolores Day was not entirely human, but something else. Something had walked in our midst, watching us stumble for hundreds, if not thousands of years. Indeed, it decided to interfere in the course of our history. We were supposed to come up with this ourselves. The man was reported to have screamed at the innocents. Dolores Day was shot in the chest with a fowling piece 8 times. The man, thought to be insane, said he once touched her and her body had been unnaturally warm like a furnace, and that sometimes while on duty he observed her forgetting to breathe for over 10 minutes. This inhuman quality was witnessed many others as well. Glowing lungs and all is commonly attributed to mass hysteria and religious psychology. There's something terrifying about her. Terrifying is a term too emotionally charged for your semantic memory. Fuck. Or what that remains of it. But although she is often considered to be the greatest human being to ever live, there was something ominous about Dolores Day, constantly surrounded by her farriers. She was the most socially secluded and least self-aware of all the innocences. Some modern thinkers would consider her a war criminal for the campaign she waged against the Mesk state. And then there were the resettlement programs. What happened? Oh god. The Mesk state tried to detach itself from innocentric rule. Part of the world was experiencing whiplash from acceleration into secularism. Her mandatory education programs and mass resettlements of upstream Maginonite were problematic as well. Dissenters were suppressed by military force, as she called the Army of Humanity. I forget what it is we are. We're a moralist, aren't we? She adored chess, yes, but also military war games. Dolores Day often holds a tiny tin soldier between her fingers. Index fingers and thumb, an icon such as this. She was also blonde, the blondest woman you'll ever seen, with green eyes the color of the Pisic mare Niteragonum. Little is known of her Marchinese husband. It's as if he vanished from history after completing his role, which is to introduce Dolores Day to court. In conclusion, yes, there is something lonely, paranoid, and even terrifying about people that people seldom mention, but feel when you think of her. Lieutenant Yeetfeeter, you've stood there for over 5 minutes. Lieutenant Calm voice echoes over the cold end of church. What were you thinking of, if I may ask? Yelled war criminal. He's not human. Okay, he takes his glasses off to clean them. Then after a while he says, "This church, the coast in general, we shouldn't linger here. This isn't a good place to get lost in. We should conclude our business and move on." Kim doesn't like that. Hey, Henderson would always say like little figurines, right? Like holding a little man between her fingers, remember? What? You have the headless Fallen Rider figurine. You should give it to her. Win her back. Okay, reaction speed. What? Looks around. Win who back? I can't win her back. She's long dead historical figure. Don't be so pessimistic. Love doesn't die that easily. I should, yes. This is a task of mine now. So, very, very nifty. Nifty and mysterious. This surely is what the figurines are for. Looks like I can't give this figurine to her. Why? Because she's a stained glass window. What is that? That does seem to be a problem. Maybe you meant something else. Like what? Is the task still on? I don't know. What are we thinking of? Part of your mind has gone on onto other things already. It's just volition just binning us. Well, that was fucking weird. They call me Encyclopedia, mate. Crabman has gone as well. Crabman! Oh yeah, we needed to listen to the music as well, didn't we? We haven't done that yet. The porter reel is just what you needed. The reel's attached to the satisfying clip. Tape recorders behind me. Play on tape. Press play on large button marked Commencia. The tape starts spinning. There's a small delay before the song starts playing. Press you against the speaker. Keep the porter reel at the harmless distance and wait. Then the organ starts playing, a simple thingy tune, echoing in the hallway. A lone singing voice joins in, telling you the tiniest church, about the tiniest church in the thingy is surrounded by even tinier yard. You almost feel seaside on your skin. It's mega sad. Yeah, no weird shit. It's the guy from Stop That. No, it's silly. No silly. When seconds you know this is the one, the real shit you've been looking for, the one you trashed your room to that Khaleesi told you about, perform it. I clicked in silence for a bit, the tape stopped spinning. I can scratch that, I'm already crying, and I looked up. And old. Crying is good, it gives your performance authenticity. Besides, you only know the lyrics since you've listened to it like a million times. Yep, they're all here, all 3 verses. And the B-side of the tape contains the instrumental version. It's not like the world... It's like the world itself is telling you to do it. Only one obstacle stands in your way. What? Gart. You have to convince Gart to let you sing karaoke in the whirling. After you won him over, you can express yourself, let the pain out, make everyone understand. Tenant looks at you, pack up the boombox, he doesn't say anything. Are we an idiot? I think we rule everything, yeah. Okay, it's that time again. I need to restart the stream because YouTube. So, give me 2 seconds and just refresh almost immediately.